Hey, you. I want to start today with something simple but honest. Simple but honest. There's a difference between being alone and feeling lonely. And most people spend their whole lives confusing these two things. And we've been taught that being alone means something is wrong, and that if you're not surrounded by people, something must be, missing, right? That silence equals emptiness. So let's dig into it. So you're listening to the Going Within podcast with me, your host, Sheena C. This podcast is a space for self-awareness, healing, and learning to actually trust your inner voice. In today's episode, we'll be diving into the difference between loneliness and solitude. We will be discussing what loneliness and solitude really is, the fear of being alone, and finding the deeper truths within both loneliness and solitude. So sit back, relax, and let's go within. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, sometimes we may think that solitude equals emptiness, right? But what if that's not true? What if solitude is actually one of the most powerful states a human being can enter? And loneliness is just what happens when we're disconnected from ourselves. Because here lies the truth that most people don't talk about. I personally don't hear people talk about it often. And that is that you can be in a room full of people. They're laughing, they're socializing, they're talking. You're surrounded by noise, and you can still feel completely alone inside. And you can also be sitting in complete silence, no distractions, no one around you, and you feel more whole than you've ever felt in your life. So today, we're going to explore that space between the two, not from per se a textbook perspective, but more from personal experience, from the emotional, the spiritual, and the human side of that experience. Because at some point in life, everyone meets loneliness. Everyone, none is exempt. But not everyone learns how to transform it into solitude. So let's talk about that, right? So let's talk about what loneliness really is. So I would say loneliness isn't actually about being alone. It's about disconnection. It's about disconnection from people. It's about disconnection from things. It's about disconnection from situations. Yes, but more deeply, it's about disconnection from yourself. Loneliness shows up when there's a gap between you, who you are on the inside, and what you're experiencing on the outside aspect of life. Okay, it's that feeling of, like no one really gets you. You know what I'm talking about. It's that feeling of feeling unseen, even when you're visible. It's about, I'm around people, but I'm still not with them. You know what I mean? So, and sometimes, loneliness isn't emotional at all, and especially in the beginning. It's energetic. It's subtle. It creeps in when you start abandoning your own truth just to stay accepted within a group. Right? Let's keep it real. When you start performing versions of yourself just to be liked, you're too scared, you're too afraid to be yourself. When you start saying things like, I'm fine, You do it too many times when you know for a fact that you're not fine at all. And then what happens is over time, that creates an internal split. Tell me that's not true. You stop feeling anchored within yourself, and that's when the loneliness becomes alive. Not in your environment, but in your separation from your own presence. And here's something very important that I want you to understand. Loneliness is not a sign that something is necessarily wrong with you. It's a type of like a signal, right? An alarm. It's your inner world saying, come back, I miss you. But most people tend to misunderstand that signal. They don't quite get it. Instead of turning themselves inward, they turn outward. They look for outside validation. More scrolling, more noise, more relationships, more distractions, right? Anything possible to avoid sitting with that feeling. But loneliness doesn't leave when it's ignored. It only softens when it's understood. And that brings us to fear. Fear of what? Fear of being alone. Let's be honest for a moment, okay? Let's be real with ourselves. A lot of people don't actually fear loneliness necessarily. What they fear is what they might feel if everything goes quiet. Because the silence removes the distraction. And when distraction is gone, you tend to meet yourself, right? And sometimes people aren't ready for that meeting yet. They simply aren't. So being alone tends to feel very heavy, not because, being alone is heavy per se, but because your mind, it starts to speak louder. Everything that's going on in there starts to get louder and louder. The old memories tend to come up. Old emotions resurface. You start thinking about past experiences that may have a negative effect on you. And suddenly, what happens is being alone feels like some kind of punishment, right? Chastisement. But in reality, it isn't punishment. It isn't chastisement. It's what we call exposure. Okay? And then with that exposure, you can feel very uncomfortable, right? Being honest. I feel it too. And I know you do. We're human. It feels very uncomfortable when you've been living in avoidance for so long. However, there's something deeper happening in those moments though. Your system is trying to recalibrate itself. Okay? It's trying to rebalance itself. It's trying to bring you back to emotional honesty. Being honest with yourself. Being honest with your emotions. Because you can't heal what you refuse to sit with. Period. I'm going to say that again. You can't heal what you refuse to sit with. Not going to happen. Sorry. And you can't reconnect to yourself if you're constantly running from your own presence, your own self. It's just, that's not how it works. So loneliness isn't the enemy here. Avoidance is when you avoid it. Okay? So let's shift it a little bit, right? Because solitude is something completely different. Solitude is not the absence of people. It's the presence of you, yourself. And that's when you can sit by yourself, you can sit alone and not feel like something is necessarily missing, right? It's when your inner world tends to become so steady that you don't need constant stimulation to feel okay. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I've these things that I'm telling you, I live them. I have lived a lot of them. Some of them I've overcame. Some of them I'm still struggling with. That's why this journey is for us. It's not directed to you from me. It's directed to us. This is a message for us. It's a way for us to grow together. Okay? So with solitude, it's not really much about isolating yourself or being in isolation. It's more so integration, becoming one with yourself. It's when you stop running from yourself and start actually being with yourself. Okay? Simple as that. And something beautiful tends to happen in that moment, right? During this transition, you begin to hear your own thoughts more clearly. You begin to feel your own energy without all the distortion. You start to notice what you actually like, not what you were told to like. You see, all our lives, we are told to be like this. We are told to speak like that. We're told to act like that. So in solitude, you start noticing what you actually like, right? You start remembering who you were before the world told you who to be, period. Right? And at first, that space can feel unfamiliar. You know, trust me, I know. You know, because we're not trained for stillness. We're trained for distraction. 100%. We live in a world where distraction is used as a weapon against us and as a tool for marketing and data. Tell me that's not true. Every time you go on social media, somebody's trying to sell you something. Somebody's trying to get your information, right? But once you get past the discomfort, then solitude becomes sacred. It becomes something so sacred to you. It becomes grounding. You begin to awaken, right? So the question is, how do you move from loneliness into solitude? I'm going to tell you. Okay, you ready? Listen. First of all, for you to move from loneliness into solitude, you don't force positivity. You don't do that. That's not what you do. Okay? You don't pretend that everything is okay. Because it's not. Let's be real. It's not. But what you do is you change your relationship with being alone. And what I mean by that is that you change the way you look at being alone. You change the way you feel about being alone, right? The shift starts when you stop labeling solitude as abandonment. It's not abandonment. And then you start looking at it more as a return. A return to what? A return to yourself. It's a shift in perspective. You change your perspective. You look on the bright side. You don't look at it as a flaw. You look at it as a power, right? Because the real healing starts to happen when you stop asking, why am I alone? You know? And then you start asking questions like, what is this moment asking me to notice about myself? Right? You see? Loneliness is something that it wants us to it wants us to escape. It wants to escape, you know? And in contrast to that, solitude invites awareness. Okay? And awareness changes everything. With awareness, you begin to realize that not every quiet moment is empty. Not every alone moment is negative. Not every silence needs to be filled, right? Sometimes in silence, that's where your nervous system finally gets to breathe. Sometimes we have moments where our nervous system is all out of whack. And the best thing to do is to be still. Get into a quiet place. Sometimes you can't find quietness in your home. Go into your car. Go take a walk. Go somewhere where you can be alone and just breathe. Take a few deep breaths and just calm down. That's how you recalibrate your nervous system, by being calm. Okay? And solitude can be a place where your real voice finally returns. It finally comes back to you. And when that happens, something tends to shift. There's a shift going on. You stop chasing a connection. You stop chasing my tongue is getting twisted. You stop chasing attention. You stop chasing attention and connection from a desperate point of view, where you're desperate for it, right? You start choosing. You see the difference? You go from chasing to choosing connection from wholeness and balance within yourself. So you go from chasing to choosing, and that's the difference. Okay? So let's take it to real life for a moment. Okay? If you're someone who struggles with loneliness, try noticing this. When you're alone, what do you immediately reach for? Is it your phone? Is it background noise? You have to have the TV on. Is it distractions? It's not because those things are necessarily bad, but it's more so that they are revealing something. They show you where your comfort. I don't know what's going on with me today. I'm getting tongue twisted. Okay. It shows you where your comfort, is currently living in those things. And the goal isn't to remove everything at once, but the goal is to become awareness. So instead, what you should try is this. Just sit with yourself for just 5 minutes a day without anything playing, just total quietness. That could be very early in the morning, while everyone is still asleep, while the world is still, sound and calm. Okay? And don't have your phone, no music, no noise, nothing. And just observe what comes up. At first, your mind might start to resist, right? But that's normal. But underneath that resistance, there's something way softer and more gentle, something quieter, something more real. And if you stay with that moment long enough, what you'll begin to notice is that the loneliness starts to shift. Why, you ask? Thank you for asking that. Because you stopped abandoning yourself in the moment. Okay? It's as simple as that. You stop abandoning yourself in the moment. Okay? You start to observe. Okay? So here's something that I want to say very, very carefully. Excuse me for the smacking. Loneliness is something that often creates the illusion that something is missing in you, right? That you need a person or a situation, or you need a relationship to complete something that's within you. But that's not true. I'm here to burst your bubble. That is not true. You do not need these things to complete you. You need you. This is a perception that is shaped by separation when you feel like you need those things. Because at your core, you are not incomplete. God lives within you. How can you be incomplete? Think about it. You are not a cup waiting to be filled. You are not broken because you're alone. What you are experiencing is a moment of disconnection. Okay? Not a state of deficiency. Okay? Those are two different things. You're experiencing a moment of disconnect, not deficiency. It's not something that you're lacking. It's something that you're not connecting to. Okay? And those are very, very different things. When you stop interpreting loneliness as proof of lack, you will then start seeing it more as a temporary, emotional type of weather pattern type of deal, right? It moves through just like the rain across the nation. It changes, it passes, but you remain. And the more you stay anchored in yourself through it, the less power loneliness will have over you. It's as simple as that. Period. Okay? So maybe today isn't about fixing loneliness, right? Maybe it's about understanding what loneliness is. Maybe it's about realizing that loneliness isn't asking you to escape. Maybe it's asking you to return. Return to what, you ask? Thank you for asking that. Well, return to presence. Return to honesty. Return to you. Because in solitude, when it's fully understood, it's not something that is empty at all. It's very, very full. It's full of truth and it's full of you. And the more you learn to sit with yourself without running, the more you will discover that something there is very surprising to you. That you were never as alone as you thought. That you were just learning how to be with yourself in a deeper way. Right? So, the next time silence shows up in your life, don't rush to fill it. Remember this episode. Don't rush. Okay? Just listen to it. Stay with it. Let it teach you something. Let it teach you about you. Because sometimes what feels like loneliness is actually the beginning of your most grounded version of solitude. Okay? So that's all I wanted to share with you today, my beautiful listeners. I hope something in this episode helped you shift your awareness so that you are not blocked anymore or feel, like a victim of your own loneliness, and that you are able to move forward with yourself. Okay? So, thank you so much for spending time with yourself today. And until next time, I love you and namaste. Ciao.
I'm going within today. You're in my mind, I'ma be okay. A little love goes a long way. So I'm going within today. I'm going within today.